Audiolingual Method and Content-Based Instruction by Juliana Luis and Van Chun.
Outcome-oriented methodologies. How does methodologies shape outcome? The process and practice of acquiring a foreign language is often shaped by teaching methods. In our presentation, we will look at how audiolingual and content-based instruction principles shape classroom practices, their commonalities and differences. Since educational resources are often tied with practices, in the Dominican Republic, CBI is the method of choice for affluent families. In contrast, ALM is frequently used in schools where educational resources are not easily accessible. We feel it's important to have a side-by-side view of these methodologies as a precursor to examining their effectiveness and begin the inequity dialogue between educational institutions in the Dominican Republic.
Goals and role of native language. With content-based instruction, simultaneous development of academic and language studies are achieved. The presentation of language through general interest or academic subjects provides students with a natural, contextualized learning experience. Students will be able to communicate in TL through CBI. Native language does not play an explicit role in learning. In audiolingual method, by overlearning and developing automaticity, students develop the ability to communicate. Teachers use contrastive analysis to anticipate problematic areas and ensures correct formation of new habits in the target language. Native language interferes with TL and its use is not permitted in ALM.
Teachers' roles and classroom interactions. ALM. Teacher is the leader or conductor. They direct drills and model for students to imitate. Students practice drills with each other as directed by teacher. CBI. Teacher has multi-roles as guide, director, coordinators of activities for student and content. Teacher sets learning objectives for content and language, creates activities, scaffolds language needed to study content, provides input and feedback to students, and focuses students' attention. Students collaboratively work together on tasks and problem solve.
ALM and CBI have similar overall idea of learning process. Hierarchy of linguistic structure for ALM compared to scaffolding of knowledge for CBI. Vocabularies are content relevant to the entire learning process, and scaffold according to a student's needs in CBI. However, in ALM, pronunciation and grammar is emphasized over the meanings of words. ALM takes an inductive approach to grammar, whereas CBI includes brief grammatical explanations. Culture is contextualized in ALM. In contrast, culture is not an explicit aspect in CBI. Various drills are the means to developing good habits, an integral part of ALM. CBI utilizes learning phases to facilitate learning. Students are presented with content, assigned relevant tasks during learning, with a post-phase for reinforcement and addressing problems incurred during tasks. Both methodologies have varied forms of tutoring students. In ALM, the tutoring takes the form of controlling students' production to prevent errors. In CBI, tutoring relates to lesson presentation so that teachers scaffold students' learning.
Evaluation and students' feeling. Students are constantly evaluated on their knowledge and language ability in CBI. Students are motivated to learn because the relevancy of instruction to real world. Tests reflecting each point in hierarchy of language skills are used to evaluate students' achievements. Students' feelings are not addressed in ALM.
CBI emphasizes meaning of language. All skills are integrated in authentic context. Language 4 is focused with recasting of errors through modeling. In ALM, listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the order of skills acquired during language acquisition. Pronunciation is taught at the beginning, and errors are to be avoided through controlled students' production. Contrastive analysis is used to address potential errors before they occur.
It looks like it's gonna rain soon. Yes, I hope it does. Why is that? I really love the rain. It clears the air. Me too. It always smells so fresh after it rains. Yes, but I love the night air after it rains. Really? Why is that? Because you can see the star perfectly. I really hope it rains today. Yeah, me too. I want you to repeat after me, okay? It's such a nice day.
Such a nice day.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It looks like it may rain soon.
Looks like it rain soon.
Rain soon.
Rain soon.
Look like.
Look like.
It looks like.
It looks like.
It may rain soon.
It may rain soon.
Now let's say it all together. It looks like.
It looks like.
It may rain soon.
It may rain soon.
Okay? Yes.
Yes.
And I hope it does.
And I hope it does.
Why is that?
What is that?
I really had a chance to read it, and so now I want you to role play that dialogue. So who wants to volunteer? Okay, come on up.
It's such a nice day.
Yes, it is.
It looks like it may rain soon.
Yes, and I hope that it does.
Why is that?
I really love how rain clears the air.
Me too. It always smells so fresh after it rains.
Yes, but I love the night air after it rains.
Really? Why is it? Why is it?
Because you can see the star perfectly.
I really hope it rains today.
Yeah, me too.
I really love how rain clears the air. Can you repeat after me? I really love how rain clears the air. Now, I'm going to use another word and I want to see if you can hear the difference, okay? I really love how rain
What do you have? Please stand down and show. Yes. Okay. You can use the calendar and then you can use the picture.
Hi, good afternoon. I choose the seasons, the summer because we love the summer because we're going to the beach, we're going to the pool, we're wearing the short pants and sandals. We have a long vacation and we eat.
Excellent, very well. Now, baby, please, which one on your side? Okay.
Hello, hi. My name is David, and my favorite season is the winter. Why winter? Because the winter is cool, the temperature is very good. We wear boots and coats and sweater, yeah, like that. But in Christmas is in December. December is the winter, the season. I like it because the season you visit your family together, you celebration Thanksgiving, celebration the happy Merry Christmas. I like that. Together, the family together is good.
Excellent, I like Christmas. Which one have you decided?
Good afternoon. Gracias de mi deserves summer because it's hot. We can go to the beach and swimming in the pool.
Very well. Okay, now you need to bring me your project and with your life, why you decide summer and winter are important for you or is your favorite season, and you are going to present your own poster, okay? Thank you so much.
Could you repeat?
So guys, you saw Juliana's lesson, okay? That was, she used the season to have you guys talk about the weather, okay? And I used the dialogue. I use this to talk about the weather, okay? So, what do you guys think? Which way do you guys like more? Which one do you feel more comfortable with? The season? You like this one more? And why is that?
This is the season is I don't know around the world,
It's around the world?
but just one seasons is like spring, summer, fall, cold, and
You were saying that you like this one more, okay? And I was asking you why you don't like this. So can you tell me why you don't like this way? No?
I like both, but the season is easy.
It's easier?
Yeah, because in the dialogue, the words is difficult to pronunciation.
It's difficult to pronounce, yeah? But
Sometimes.
sometimes, it's so long. You have to, and you have to, yeah, okay? Anyone else, if they have an opinion, which way they like this way more or this one? You like this way? Okay? And David, which way do you like, this way or this way?
The two,
But,
the first lesson, because talk about the season. I like the season. Winter, spring, autumn, summer. It's like the first.
And what about this way? Why don't you like this way? Or you don't like it so much? A little, but not so much. Why?
Because it's difficult, the pronunciation.
Ah,
You know, because I learned read for learn the sentences.
You're learning the sentences.
Yes, because it's difficult.
And the difficult sentences. Okay? And
Right.
anyone else want to share their opinion? I know you raised your hand. Do you guys vote for this? No? No? That's okay. You like this one too, huh? Do you like this one? You don't like this way? Why do you like this way? They say it's difficult to read. It's difficult to read. Okay. But for you think it's difficult to read or not too much? Is it more difficult this way or this way?
You say 3.
Uh-huh.
No.
It's not difficult. No. So you like this way more than that way?
Yes.
Why?
Because it is easy.
It's easier for you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you. You wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I love opinions. So go ahead. Share with us.
And this is more difficult because it's idea of other person, and this is my idea, my feelings.
So you like this because
Yeah.
you can express more.
Yeah.
And this one is like, okay, I follow.
Yeah.
Okay? So anyone else? Thank you very much. Content-based instructions practices. Classroom practices. The curriculum focuses on grammar, lexis functions, or skills, used mainly in primary and secondary schools. Language is presented through topics related to school subjects, or learning about the world. Stoller in 2002 listed 8 practices that allow for natural content integration: extended input, meaningful output, and feedback on knowledge, information gathering, processing, and reporting, integrated skills, strategy training, visual support, contextualized grammar instruction.
Audiolingual method practices. As you can see from our sample lesson for ALM, memorization is the key to establish automaticity. Teachers use a variety of drills to facilitate memorization. Listed below are the different drills used. Repetition drills is the initial presentation of dialogue. Backward build-up drill is used for problematic area of dialogue. Chain drill is repetitions among students. Single slot substitution drill is used for introducing new words into dialogue. Multiple slot substitution drill allow students practice substitution with different parts of dialogue. Transformation drill for grammatical change to dialogue. Q&A drill a student ask and answer question based on dialogue. Use of minimal pairs to address problematic pronunciation. Complete the dialogue. Student fill in the blank of dialogue. Grammar gain. Students practice grammar points of lessons.
Learning strategies. With ALM, students learn by forming habits through memorization by repetitious means. Listening is an important skill during initial ALM instructions. In CBI, students learn by collaboratively working on academic subjects and language, using visual and audio input for gathering information, problem solving, and contextualized information.
Both methodology are teacher-centered. The stand of top-down teaching is to a lesser degree with CBI, where collaborative learning of content and language is encouraged. Teachers must be knowledgeable in both content and language with CBI. In ALM, teacher models language and is revered.
Amare and Fatami in 2014 found that students in CBI classroom outperformed those who receive instruction through grammar translation method. Through the collaborative learning, group work, student involvement, provision of comprehensive input, and level-appropriate materials, students could achieve better scores on examination related to their instructions. Golfer Deping Wadiati and Satyosari in 2017 concluded the implementation of ALM seems more effective in developing students' speaking skills in a relatively short period of time, and that ALM appears to contribute to the development of basic speaking skills. However, this is not as effective in developing students' communicative competence and speaking skills compared with communicative language teaching method. In our demonstration, we have found that CBI is preferred over ALM with more advanced students. They found the structure repetition to be difficult to follow in ALM. The flexibility to use language according to their feeling allow them to have better control over their learning experience. However, lower level students prefer ALM because they were able to model the language. Though our lesson is just a brief, informal, side-by-side comparison of these two methodologies, we believe that a more thorough investigation is needed to compare these methodologies. As stated in our opening, the practices of these methods is often tied to resources. In expensive private schools, teachers fly in from abroad to teach subject they were trained in their native language, English language. Unfortunately, this advantage is not readily accessible to a larger population. Examining their effectiveness may begin the dialogue for our current educational curriculum in the Dominican Republic.